Pasito tum tum, pasito tum tum, pasito tum tum, pasito tum tum.
Hello, this is WIllie. Welcome to a classic modern review. The Jungle Book. The Jungle Book. What do they have in common? They rhyme with book, duh. Well, with the new Disney Jungle Book movie on theaters, I decided maybe I should give it a review before I give my thoughts on the original 1967 version. Now, Disney was my thing when I was a kid. I enjoyed when they would take stories about the wild. That's why I was into The Lion King, Tarzan, and The Jungle Book. But now, after watching it again, how come I never got bored with it? There's nothing really awful about it, it's just The Jungle Book doesn't hold my interest as much as it used to, that it's just average. The story is about a baby man cub named Mowgli that is found lost by a panther named Bagheera. He's raised by a pack of wolves, but then decide that he must leave the pack and go to the man village where he will be safe because the tiger Shere Khan has returned to kill the boy, for he's afraid he will grow one day and become a hunter and kill them all. In his way, he meets Baloo the bear, Louie the monkey, elephants, Kaa the snake, and they sing a lot of songs on the way. This was Walt Disney's last movie before he died, during a time when their movies were not bad but not great either, and copying a lot of their animation. If you saw these scenes familiar when you were a kid, it's not you, they did it on purpose. I don't feel anything toward this kind of sketchy looking animation, but I can appreciate it as a defining era for Disney, if it's only little. Some voices you might find familiar with, for example Phil Harris as Baloo, who you can recognize from the Aristocats, from Robin Hood, and Rock-a-Doodle, which is not a Disney movie. Other voices like Kaa, who's played the voice of Winnie the Pooh in the past, and the actor for Mowgli, who's done the voice of Christopher Robin as well. What Disney was trying to do while making this film is give it some source of personality with the characters and the songs, and I think that's where the problem is. Half of the movie, if not, is mostly a musical with no advancement to the plot. There were times that nothing really seemed to happen, other than just having these musical skits. I'm not saying they failed to give him personality, like Baloo has a lot of personality, and his friendship with Mowgli is nice, but he's not interesting, and neither is Mowgli. The songs are catchy and memorable, but I got tired of them so quickly that I just wanted to see something happen. I wondered, what if the movie would have been like with no animals talking, no songs, no one talks, just a narrator telling the story, just like in the first 5 minutes of the movie. It just felt they were telling a much better story and I was getting into it more than when they started talking. But maybe this would have not been interesting for kids and it could have just been lost in the shuffle through time. The only ones that get my interest to this date are Kaa for the way they sketched it and Shere Khan. He's barely in it, but they build him up like if he was a Michael Myers who's not going to stop until he sees Mowgli dead. Even when I was young, I felt that suspense when they would talk about how much of a villain Shere Khan was. He seems very classy and sophisticated, but there is something about his voice that tells you he's up to no good. Other than that, there's really not much into it. They don't grow as characters or learn anything about themselves. Even when I was a kid, I wasn't a big fan of the ending with the little girl. I don't remember laughing that much. The only time I did enjoy it was with the vultures talking to each other. And if you've seen it in English as in Spanish, it's actually pretty entertaining. Hoy oxigenado, ¿qué vamos a hacer? Yo no sé, ¿qué quieres hacer? Oye, espera, te pregunto, ¿qué vamos a hacer? Tú contestas, no sé qué quieres hacer. Yo te pregunto, ¿qué vamos a hacer? Tú contestas, no sé qué quieres hacer. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? O vamos a hacer algo, zapamazo. De acuerdo, che. ¿Qué quieres hacer? Te voy a sacar listo si me vuelves a preguntar igual que tu mamá. Che. I'm not saying I don't like The Jungle Book. As I remember, I enjoyed it a lot when I was young. But looking into it again, I don't think it holds up as strong as a Sleeping Beauty or Pinocchio. I haven't read the book, but I've looked into it and it looks very interesting. Is it the best Jungle Book adaptation? No. Is it Disney's best project? No. It's most likely memorable for having a big amount of personality, memorable songs, and Disney's logo plays in it. I would see the Jungle Book again and probably get some entertainment from it. But really, it doesn't hold as one of my favorites as it used to. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10 stars. So that's it. Those were my thoughts on The Jungle Book from 1967. What do you thought about the movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? You can comment down below and say why or why not. Well, tune in next time because I'll be giving my thoughts on The Jungle Book from 2016. That's it for today. Ciao.